Hello folks, it's Kane and welcome to Kane's Corner. We are playing more Encased today and we are continuing pretty much where we left off. So I had to wait for a while and he eventually got up, but he still had like massive fatigue. But I remembered that on the very first floor when we came into here, there was a bed. So I took him up there and let him rest until his fatigue was completely gone. So that's now fixed. I've taken the shell off, obviously. And I have not done anything else. I looted that body which had some cells on it. There was another body out in the corridor somewhere here, which was the one that was being eaten, that had another laser gun and some ammo, and that's it. I haven't done anything else yet. So the plan for this episode is finish this area. So I believe I've got to contact them, go to the residential area, get something from there, and then to get down to where the excavation is to explore that. So, let's use this terminal, because I don't know what it does. Well, let's answer that. And then we do this to contact Magellan. So, let's get that done.
The white noise on the screen is replaced with pulsating blackness and a remote echoing beep. Connection established. In a few seconds, Kingsley's face appears on the screen.
Hello there.
The Silver adjusts his glasses.
Come in. C-12 Nashville. Kingsley speak. Oh, that's you. Good to see you.
Kingsley clicks his retractable pen and shifts closer to the camera.
Report.
Okay, right. So, inform me of the dead bodies in the entryway and that people have gone mad. Tell me the situation isn't clear yet, but something gravely serious must have happened. Report that Nashville is in the middle of an anomalous zone and a strange maelstrom is raging above the base. Report that the parking lot turrets are switched to aggressive mode, but you solved the problem. Okay. So technically all of those are accurate. Now, can I go through all of them? I'm going to start with this one, because this, I think, gives him the most information.
Kingsley seems to perk up a little when he hears of the Maelstrom.
Did you examine it? Was it moving? Actually, never mind. Anything else?
Okay, I can tell him everything, so tell him about that.
The chief officer listens to the casualty report without interrupting. He's visibly shaken. Once you finish speaking, Kingsley gets lost in thought, biting the end of his pen.
If there's anything else I need to know, you may add it to your report.
He finally starts speaking, his voice soft and emotionless.
We'll give him this.
The Silver jots something down on a sheet of paper.
So they're no longer a danger for the rescue group. Very good.
And then tell him
You
that.
describe recent events. Martin convulsively jots everything down in his notepad. The Silver wipes his forehead with a silk handkerchief, fidgeting.
Good grief. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it so far.
Director Kingsley flips a page in his notepad, nervously tapping his pen on the desk.
Duly noted. Well then, the news is unsettling. But what about the crew? Have you found them? If it's
Okay.
not an issue, could you update me on each member of your group?
Right, she's
Kingsley
dead.
presses his palms against his temples.
I beg you, don't put yourself at risk unless the situation absolutely calls for it. We can't afford any more casualties.
Too late.
The chief officer puts his pen on the desk and sits back in his chair, his gaze empty and detached.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do continue.
He
Right.
struggles to reply.
Tell him about this guy.
The director sighs angrily.
When the investigation is underway, I'm certain they'll ask me why I deployed someone like that for the task.
Okay, tell him he's
The
okay.
Silver jots something down.
I don't doubt for a second that Ronald is doing exactly that. Man's a true professional.
And then tell him about her.
Kingsley takes off his glasses and rubs his forehead with apparent exhaustion.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay,
Once your report is over, Director Kingsley becomes lost in thought.
so he's now fully updated, so I'm really glad I went and looked around. I feel like maybe I should have gone to the residential area before doing this, but
First
we'll
of
see.
all, I need to apologize. On behalf of the corporation and myself, forgive me. I shouldn't have sent a new employee on this task.
His voice sounds oddly dull. Martin wipes his glasses with a red handkerchief.
Your report seems to suggest we're facing something incredibly dangerous. I always tend to follow my instructions to the letter. In this case, the instructions say you should stay where you are and wait for rescue. But sadly, I know what we're dealing with.
I'm glad you do, mate.
Kingsley puts his glasses on and looks at the screen.
I'm sorry I couldn't give all the details. Nashville is a high-security facility. But I guess that's not important anymore. A certain relic resulted in what you are witnessing right now. In the last couple of days, we've been receiving reports of staff suffering a rapidly deteriorating mental state. And now everything's culminated in this.
The silver sighs raggedly.
Take action. Go down to the excavation area and find this relic. Bury it, disarm it, destroy it. Do whatever you think appropriate. I'll send a rescue team right after we're done here. But regardless, act. Do not hesitate, and good luck to you.
Okay.
The broadcast is interrupted. The screen is filled with black and white ripples.
Right, so we need to put this back on. And then we're going up to the residential area to get what we need to go down to where the relic is. Now, I need to go through my bags. I've tried to organize it a bit, but apparently it looks like it hasn't saved properly. I want to... There we go. And I also want to use it. I think that should heal me. Okay, maybe not. I was hoping it would, but apparently not. That's annoying. Right, come on. So over to the elevator and then up to the next level. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to heal myself, which I know fatigues me a bit, but I think I needed to do that because I don't know what's up there. I kind of want to go through here, but it did say don't go anywhere and put yourself in danger if you don't need to. I don't feel I need to deal with those, so I'll leave it. Also then, if you guys decide to play this, it'll let you explore a bit and tell me what you find, won't it? So, somewhere on this level is what I need. God, this does remind me of Fallout because in one of the vaults, like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, like the first level was the entry room. Then you go down a level into the residential area, and it is literally like this, where it's just rooms off to a side. Jesus, that's kind of uncanny. Okay. We won't take any earth. I was already over encumbered and had to leave a load of stuff behind as is, so... But I'll take money. I'll take money. Right. I have a suspicion everything I need might be in the room with the people, but I will go through and check absolutely everything. I'll leave that behind, thank you. I'm already running on pretty encumbered as is. Well, actually, I'm not right now, but I will if I take stuff. Once I get out of this, I won't be able to carry a goddamn thing. So, alright, I can craft there. Oh! You're not mental. A lean, attractive, dark-haired man in business attire is leaning with both hands on the sink and gazing into the mirror. A touch of self-satisfaction occasionally crosses his face. It looks like he quite enjoys the view. The expression mars the impression he makes, but only a little. Take a look at him. Look into the mirror, actually. Yeah, I look okay. Take a look at him. He's Silverwing Harold Feng Jing Tao. He's the deputy head of national HR. Talk to him. Right, so he's just lost his mind. But otherwise, not doing anything. Right, okay, let's go in here. This guy also appears to have lost his mind. They're not attacking me, though. What's that? I'll take that. Give me the drugs. I'll leave that. I want to check that, just in case it's going in. I'll just walk over him in the big thing, why don't you? Have I got any more papers on me, actually? I'm pretty sure I don't need a stack of documents. Just go there. Alright, see if this guy can tell me anything. Scrubbing the floor. His abdomen is ripped so simple all over the floor with his own... Oh! Alright, let's do that. People at Korner for the desert tramp around on my floor. Okay. So I just tried to help him, and apparently all I've done is piss him off. That's fantastic. Thanks, game. Oh well. Now, apparently I'm distracted because he's running around with his intestines out. Yay. Don't try and wrestle the man in power armor. That's just not going to go well. I'll just psychic blast him again. I'm sorry, mate. I was trying to save you, but apparently not. Oh well. Wow. You need to go down now, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh well. Alright, heal myself again. Does increase fatigue, but not a lot I can do about that. Right, there's a few people in here. This could be bad. But I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know I need something from here to get to the bottom area. So, a lithe woman dressed in laboratory assistant, dressed like a laboratory assistant, sitting cross-legged beside the beefy man from Orange Ring. Seems to be watching something, escaped to smoke and commenting in a quiet voice. Okay, listen closely. Pleasantly deep. She's being capricious, apparently satisfied or something. It's you who's stupid, Simon. All boys are stupid and your cartoons are silly. All you ever do is punch each other. Some things are more important than that. That's what Mom says. I'm not going to America. I'm going to have a family and lots of kids. And the first thing I'll do as their mother is forbid them from watching Captain Hyena. Take that. Okay. Simon, wait. It's dangerous. Don't do this. I'll tell Mom. You hear me? Stop it already. Don't, Simon. Get to know her in a visual manner. Lab assistant, Melissa Correa. Olive skin, gleaming eyes, straight dark hair, Latin American descent. Try sitting with her. Okay, so she's just lost it. Take a cautious look at the orange. Simon Cardoso, cargo handler. Right, let's close to what he's saying. Captain is back, has he? To feel that. So they're watching telly. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave them to it. I think that's none of my business. No, I didn't want that. Okay, let's have a look over here. Never know, I might be able to get a little lockpick, which would be nice. I'll take the. I won't take any of that actually. I was going to say I'll take the disinfectant, but I won't. Let's have a look in here. Same reason. I'd like a lockpick, please. I'll take that. I might need it. Have a look in here. There's a terminal in here. Okay. Medcom. Let's do that. So I know I did mess with some radiation earlier, so it's worth doing. Notograph records on the condition of station dwellers with comments and illustrations. Let's have a look. Record 1, 2, 3. Record me. Long queue of aspirin at my office today, like in East Germany. I have to place my next order ahead of schedule. Lydia complained of faintness and anxiety. Examined her but found nothing amiss. Gave her a sedative. Lydia came again this morning, said she wasn't able to sleep. She said many others having the same problem. I had a heart-to-heart with her and she admitted the brigade stumbled upon something psionic. People have been showing up all day long asking for sick leave, almost all with the same symptoms, indigestion and xerosis, I believe that says. I'm mortally type who will do the job if not me. Who cares to have to slave all day without a break? She just knocked on my door. I opened those, Lydia, with her own eyes in her hands. I looked around, everyone was just passing by as if nothing happened. Asked her what happened, and she said she didn't deserve to see. I tended to her wounds, sent her to Magellan at once. It's awful. Record me. Something happened. No one has been coming for a long time. Looked out at the office. There were some inadequate people walking around. What are they doing here? This is my yard. They should go away. Dr. Grau came with complaints of solitude. I prescribed him all the medicine I had left and stabbed him with my scalpel in the stomach. Now he's sitting at his computer and typing this message. I think he reads my thoughts. Okay. Okay. Shit's weird. Alright. What we got in here? We need to check all these as well. Locker, trash bin, kitchen stove. Let's try the locker and the bin. And take the bullets. Beer. I'll take the plastics. They might be useful for something. And we'll try in here. There's a briefcase in here, so this might have what I need. There's a person there. But if the others are anything to go by, they probably won't be that useful. There's one here as well. Yeah, it looks like her profile picture shows zombie. So she might not be that helpful to me. We'll try regardless. Give me the plastics again, just in case. Alright, let's try talking to her. I'm expecting nothing out of this. An angry woman is standing in the middle of the room, flapping her arms and speaking to someone in a loud voice. That someone only exists in her imagination, though. You're the only person in the room. Examine. Short, pale, lively-looking woman with short hair, dyed bright red. Her name tag says Elizabeth Nadastay. Internal security. Talk to her. Where's my pizza? I placed my order half an hour ago. It is being delivered from China or something. And once again, no anchovies. Okay. The pizza's on its way. Okay. I'm still waiting. If a delivery boy isn't ringing my doorbell within 10 minutes, I'll be on the phone to head office. Oh, okay. You wait for your pizza then. That's weird, right? Right, so what I need in here then? Right, a guy. Examine the man. Really robust blonde man. Jan Kovac, mechanic. Look in the fridge. The keycard, take the keycard. I'm pretty sure that's what I needed. Okay, so now we should, not the turret, should be able to go back downstairs. Okay, we're using that, are we? Fine. Now I know what you can use those for. Go down to the bottom floor. And off we go. I think that keycard will let me in over here. Let's find out. Yes, it did. I've got the master key. Brilliant. Okay. Now this is where shit's gonna get bad. Broken terminal, boxes, janitor's gear, container. People over here, there's an unknown relic. Alright, let's stay away from the people for now. And investigate as much of everything else as we can. Right. Locker. Nice, good. Give me the med kit. Nothing. And have a look at the medical notes. Day 5. Several workers immediately began to complain of headaches. Carbon monoxide. I prescribed painkillers. Going to keep an eye on them. Day 7. All of the same complaints. Some patients are drooling and reporting auditory hallucinations. Microstrokes. Lack of sleep. Further observation needed. Day 10. A couple of patients show obsessive behavior focusing on repetitive actions as in obsessive compulsive disorder. Encephalitis. Examinations revealed abnormal changes in the iris. Day 15. Patients are becoming more aggressive. One even attacked my nurse. Now all patients have been isolated and antipsychotics, clozapine, prescribed to the most violent ones. Management finally decided to shorten the work shift. Day 21. Patients are gradually calming down but remain disconnected from reality. Speech is incoherent. Their condition resembles catatonia. Symptoms are now appearing in people not directly exposed to the excavation site. I intend to demand a quarantine from management. Yeah, we probably should have done that. Right. I want to go to this and reload my gun. I think I'm probably going to need it. Right, do I... Right, I click it again to put it away. Right, good. I don't want it out. I don't want to appear hostile, just in case it makes a difference. I don't think it will, but... I feel like I need to be a little careful. Is that better than mine? It is slightly better. I'll take it all. Right, can I lockpick this? No. Excavation zone power circuit terminal 2. Right, okay. Boxes, boxes. Right, go poke this, see if I can do anything with this. I did something, I'm just not sure what. Okay, now we have to start dealing with people.
A servo shell? Do you even have a permit to wear it here?
Oh, it's you two. Right, well, I'm going to go click this. And then I'm going to do this.
Warning. Lighting disabled in excavation zone. Remaining in the area is hazardous. Please reboot 3 power circuits.
Right, okay, so I've done 2, so the other one is over here. So let's go do that. Where's the door? There. I love the fact you can hold Alt and it'll tell you. That is so useful. Okay, that's done. Search the lockers, and I should be able to turn on the lights. They're okay, I'll take them. Or sell them, worst case. Let's go poke this. Go poke this. And I want to go in there as well. Go poke this. Some boxes there that I forgot to search, so I'll do that too. I don't like the sound of that. At all. Right, go poke this now. Should be able to turn on the lights and see what the hell is down here. Which is going to be beneficial to say the very least.
Enabling lighting in the excavation zone. Warning. Damage to power system detected.
Start emergency generator. Is that over here then, probably? Well, let's have a look. There's something red there, so you never know. No, it's not clickable. Right, so I wonder where the... Oh, I'll take that. Emergency generator, emergency generator. I assume it's down there then. Because that would make sense. Can I scan this? Yes, I can. Right, do that. It's an unknown relic. It might be worth something. You never know. And then I need to talk to these two. Don't stand in it, though. Good lord, man. What's wrong with you? Right, now let's talk to him.
Good day to you.
Do you need help? Ask how Louise is doing. Louise's unfocused gaze listlessly tries to follow the yellow light. Okay. I know doctor, but I think she's getting worse. Ask if he knows anything about it. Nothing save for this strange report I saw in the computer room. It was compiled by a physiologist from Nashville who observed the halo eye symptoms in himself. Reports also states they found something alive in this cave. The relic communicated with him and kept talking till the medic completely lost his marbles. Don't take these hallucinations at face value, it's just something for you to keep in mind. Ask him where to search. The wave pattern is even out, meaning there are almost no natural obstacles between us and the source. Go ahead and search for it, we're close. Is he going to help? We don't struggle around the excavation. Yeah, alright. Alright, that's fair. Fair point. So we need to go down here with all of the crazies. And there's a lot. Okay. Use mobile generator. I'm taking a lot of damage. I don't like this. Heal self. Okay. Assume it's this way. There we are. Yep, there it is. Right. I'm going to have to get over here, and I'm going to have to heal myself again, which I didn't have time to do. Great. Fantastic. Thanks for that game. I appreciate it. Alright, so where did I autosave? Was it just on entering? It was, right. So I'm going to have to run around and do all that again. So I'll get on with that, and I'll see you all once we're basically here. I'll save here. Alright, folks, so the generator is powered. I've done everything else. I realised I had Arad 3. So I've used that and hoping that it, you know, gives me some resistance to the radiation, which it looks like it sort of does. But I'm still taking a lot of damage. So heal self. Run over here. Need to do something with this really quick before I fucking die.
This amber orange ball hovering above the scientific equipment connected to it seems to be the reason for what happened in Nashville. You can feel the waves of anomalous radiation emanating from it with your whole body. A pleasant tingling rolls through your skin, and each wave fills your head for a mere moment with strange, rapidly fading images. Without taking your eyes off the sphere, you move closer.
Right, well, I've got science 40, so let's stabilize it.
You bend toward the equipment. It's possible the slight electric current being emitted somehow stimulates the artifact's activity, so you decrease the voltage. The cooling system is working 1/2 throttle, so you bring it up to 85%. These measures should reduce the anomalous radiation intensity. At least, that's what you're hoping for.
All fingers crossed, then.
You suddenly begin to feel numb. The prickling in your hands and the anomalous radiation pressing against your head grow weaker, but a frightening sensation rises in their stead. An unknown force detaches you from your body and takes you up into the cool, ringing silence. The Maelstrom hanging above Nashville embraces you.
Did I just kill myself?
All of your consciousness unfolds like a giant canvas, hurling you into a dark auditorium. You see the Maelstrom swirling over Nashville. Pulling you from the crumbling walls of the base, it lifts your mind above the world.
This ain't good, is it? Let's be honest.
It covers the lands of the dome like a gigantic spot, in the swirling shadow of which the lights of human consciousness flicker. Some of them fade away, barely in contact with the Maelstrom. Others grow dimmer and blink painfully. Some glow with a strange, cold light. Gaining strength, the Maelstrom, rushing westward, comes crashing down onto the southern lands of the dome, leaving behind hundreds of fluttering and slowly fading lights. After sweeping out Concord and Spire Station, the Maelstrom finally calms down. It hangs in the very center of the dome, like a majestic, lazily swirling vortex, and your mind rushes about within it like a shining spark.
I think I've done something bad. What have I done? What did I do?
It takes you some time to realize that you're wandering through a fog. Eventually, the dull, white nothingness begins to dissipate, slowly returning you to reality. A noise fills your ears, a rumble resembling the sound of waves rolling ashore.
Oh, Jesus.
You
Unknown
step
place.
carefully through the white haze. Fragile bits of rock crackle under your feet. Vague shadows appear from the mist over your head. Breached concrete plate bristling with exposed armature. The dusty drill of an earth mover lying on its side. Yellowed documents, boxes. crushed steel closets that tumbled down through gaps in the floor.
Have I been thrown into the future?
The space beneath your feet resembles thick but perfectly transparent ice. A vortex of clouds spins slowly below, the lights still flickering. They're the same lights you saw when you first touched the sphere.
I shouldn't have touched it then.
The lights are actively moving, wandering, gathering. Iridescent, they form both small and large groups, and the desert far below changes following their pattern. Settlements appear in the north, in the east, in the west, and even in the dull yellow barrens of the south. They grow right before your eyes, as if time were moving ahead at incredible speed.
Yeah, we're fucking with time.
Mind if I scan your armor?
Okay, right. Aaron Melville, Clara Morgan, Tim Ginsberg, we're all still. Who's Oh, that's the,
There's no doubt.
yeah.
The funny, scruffy old man standing before you is Aaron Melville, the old man from the gas station. He also recognizes you. A smile wrinkles his already wrinkled face.
Ah, it's you. Long time no see, sweetheart.
Okay.
Melville examines you closely.
Safe and sound, I see. How'd you pull that off? No one survived where you were heading. The only worst place is the center of the dome, where the spire... Well, you know.
No, I don't, but I assume it's been destroyed.
The old man points vaguely upwards with his crooked finger.
You're aware, aren't you? The spire is fallen. Now the road's closed. As if folks would want to come here anyway. And here we stay like crabs in a barrel.
Yep, so the Maelstrom's blown everything up.
He thumps his timber leg on the ground, driving the mist away.
Don't think that I'm complaining. My business is on a roll. They come and they go.
Melville's face seems to petrify. He speaks slowly, but flounders anyway.
The gas station can be crowded nowadays. Everybody needs my gas station. Oh, folks went crazy, I tell you. Fighting over nothing.
The old man woefully shakes his head.
Okay, right, what's going on here? You're capable of fighting. You feel weakness, lightness, and the world around you seems completely unrealistic. You cannot strike, touch anything or anyone. Your body seems almost weightless. Alright, let's talk to Clara then.
Clara is surrounded with white light and mist, her hands clasped in prayer. She reminds you of an angel statue from some reformist church. Seeing you, her expression changes. She crosses herself, mumbling under her breath.
Well, I'm not going to shout boo. Get us calm down, you're not a
She
ghost.
nods timidly.
Yes, I see. This, both you and this mist, it's all in my head.
She steps towards you and kneels.
I must repent.
No.
Clara's voice trembles.
When Maelstrom broke, I didn't try to save anyone. I just got in the truck and drove away.
Well, that was smart.
I'm a terrible sinner. I know. I hope you're in heaven.
She raises a face distorted with suffering.
Yeah, I don't know where I am.
Clara sighs heavily.
I see. Why are you appearing to me? Is this some sort of a sign? Do you know about signs? This is when...
Her voice suddenly becomes deep and thick. She drawls as if her words were being played from a corrupted tape. Clara's face alters subtly, as if it had turned to stone.
Abbott is very kind to me, but his faith is nothing I could get used to.
She says in a dull voice.
Okay, weird shit everywhere.
Salutations.
The orange raises his hand as if aiming an invisible gun at you. This is the guy who got stuck in the base because he tried to escape but the lift was collapsed. Holy shit, he looks at his empty hand with a puzzled expression. Ginsberg looks up and examines your face with a suspicious squint. Do I know you? Yes, I do. Shit, oh shit, I should quit with this crap. These glasses will fry up your brains right quick. Ask where you are now. How should I know where you are? In hell, together with that bitch Decker and that meticulous bastard, what's his name? Stillman? Oh yeah, Steele. He throws his hands in the air and Francis and Miss follow them. I told you there was an exit. I made it. I found a car. And you don't you dare rip on me. I did nothing wrong. I didn't have to die with you there. I ain't gonna complain. Not everyone can escape from Nashville. That means something, doesn't it? Alright, and then just you left.
Glad to meet you.
Steele's face, wise, confident, and focused as ever, seems to be lit by the screen of an invisible computer. He looks up at you, and a smile appears on his lips. You, wow, this is amazing. Amusing, sorry. I was certain you were dead. He looks disappointed, uncertain gesture suggests he feels nothing, just like you. What was I hoping for, anyway? Looks you in the eye. Do you know how unreal it was to survive and keep my sanity with all the psychic stress Maelstrom was generating? A lot of people lost their minds. That's what we saw here. And what happened after at Ankara on the west side of the dome? You know, I'm locked inside my head right now. From my perspective, it looks like the computer room where Louise locked me in. How ironic.
A dazzling supernova-like flash sweeps across your view. The lights, frozen in the desert, start to move, and a cloudy funnel begins to slowly trail after them. The funnel spreads out under your feet. Flickering waves of lights drift northward, driven by the winds of a maelstrom. Not just a maelstrom. Maelstrom. Its shadow covers the west and south of the dome, as if it was extinguishing the lights scattered across the desert.
Okay, and now I've got more people to talk to. Kingsley. Isn't this the guy who trained me?
Van Olden looks the same as he did during your first meeting.
Yeah.
The same shiny glasses with thin rims, an arrogant expression, and a stopwatch clutched in his hands. He's examining a shred of mist hanging in the air. He's so involved in his research that he doesn't notice you at first. Meeting your eyes, the scientist instantly darts back. Then he comes up to you and begins to palpate your face, hands, and clothes.
Dude, no, stop that.
His fingers seem to sink in your face. Sebastian Van Olden screws up his lips scornfully.
Yes, of course. A thought form, like the pink mist, I suppose, or any other similar anomaly, as was to be expected.
Tell him Concord's electrical anomalies aren't the threat new employees should be prepared for.
For a split second, the scornful grimace leaves the scientist's face.
I actually agree with you. The megala anomaly of Nashville turned out to be much more dangerous, and the consequences of its appearance disastrous. On the other hand, everything that happened gives us the most plentiful research material. If Russo didn't hamper me, we would have learned Maelstrom's nature a long time ago.
He runs his hand over the mist, curling around. The scientist loses all interest in you, steps aside, and continues to study the mist.
Okay, let's talk to Kingsley.
A gray-haired man, arms stiff at his sides, stands squinting short-sightedly into the mist. Kingsley is much shorter in person, and older. He notices you.
I never thought we'd meet again. I must thank you. Thanks to your report, I was able to start the evacuation in time.
Martin comes closer. You notice small changes in his uniform. Some of the insignia have been replaced by larger patches resembling military chevrons. Kingsley nods as if anticipating your question.
Yes, the uniform is new, but the man is the same. Head of Magellan Base. I intended to resign after the incident, but Nakamura decided otherwise. I couldn't argue with her.
He surveys the thick mist around you.
One thing's certain. You're standing here. That means you're alive. Yes, I know what this is, partly.
He looks you in the eye and says,
Scientists on the emulator project have been telling us a lot about it. Not everything, of course. Even they don't know what it is.
That's helpful. Thank you. Right, back over here, I guess, then. I like this to tell you sort of where to go.
You smell quartz and sand tempered in the sun. But as you try to penetrate the dispersing mist, you can't see any desert. The world around you is full of pictures. They're floating around like visions in some crystal ball. A hall covered with carpets. A golden CRONUS logo on the wall among wine-red banners. A power plant. A city filled with lights. Mercenaries, soldiers, armored vehicles moving through the cool wasteland in the night. The spire of a temple spire, its searchlight shining into the night sky. White corridors of research complexes. The visions fade one after another until only the last remains. The black silhouette of a strange building towering up from the lighter sand. This picture freezes before your eyes, as if giving sense to everything that came before.
Okay. Oh my god, and I've got loads of people to talk to. Oh, I feel like this could have been done better, because at the moment I'm just kind of wandering around talking to people.
A wizened old man, long and lean as a scarecrow, leans over to examine you with the curiosity of a vulture. His long, yellow-white robes fall down in waves and rustle quietly. His stony black eyes resemble those of a blind man, but their gaze is fixed on you.
Such remarkable technology.
He says in a low, well-modulated voice. This voice seems to belong to some other person. He smiles, a warm and kindly expression, wildly at odds with the menace in his eyes.
Name your price, and I'll buy your design. But be reasonable. Take time with your answer. Think it through.
With the smile still fixed on his face, he steps back into the mist, never taking his eyes off you.
Okay. Assume this is the head of CRONUS.
You hear heels clicking. A dark figure appears out of the mist before you. It's a woman. You've never met her, but you feel as though you've seen her face 1,000 times. You even know the sound of her voice, although you have no idea where you could have heard it. She looks at you with surprise. Then she frowns pensively and steps closer. She stands so close you can see multicolored reflections in her bionic eye. After poking you to confirm your ethereal nature, she waves her hand left to right. Obviously, she's hoping to disperse you like mist. Naturally, she fails. The woman chuckles discontentedly and leaves. The clicking of her heels fades quickly away.
Okay. Who are the rest of these people?
The fuzzy mist, as if whisked with a mixer, looks like slowly dissolving clouds. A short, chubby little man in a camouflage cap and army shirt steps fussily out of the white. He clasps his hands behind his back and stops a few steps away, scanning you with his gaze. Vivid interest flashes in his eyes. He clears his throat.
I'm out of jokes about death. Or about Mr. Christ. I'm out of jokes about hallucinations. Although hallucinations under the dome aren't any joke, but an everyday reality.
The man circles you. His glance bounces from your face to your uniform to your shoes and back.
But you are something else. So, let's see. A pre-war haircut, old-time uniform, clean and pressed. Shoes aren't worn out, just got them.
He recites with enthusiasm. He frees his plump palm and carefully touches you with one finger.
You are ethereal, but light-tight. You respond to my movements. You are not using an image that's familiar to me. You don't look like anyone I know. And your badge says...
He raises himself on tiptoes and fixes his eyes upon your badge.
The name. Of course. Of course. The name.
He flings his arms about and leaves without even saying goodbye. The mist seems to slam shut behind his back, like a pair of wing doors closing.
What the fuck did I just miss?
The fluctuant white slowly settles. A man and a woman stand before you. The woman rolls her eyes discontentedly.
Are you serious? Tuesday, I tell you. Wednesday, I tell you. Thursday. How come I always repeat the same thing? I can't sleep without my pills. You're the man. You're responsible for me. The nightstand. The top drawer. There they are. Oh, my pills. Just say pills before we go to sleep. Is that so difficult, Johan?
She pushes him lightly on the shoulder.
You could remember too.
The man nods automatically, lost in thought. The woman clasps her hands in front of her chest. She's boiling with frustration.
I can't depend on you, can I? I haven't been able to relax in years because I have to control the situation for both of us. Johan! Hello! My pills! P-I-L-L-S!
Her shouts break through the man's pondering. He comes to his senses and stares at you in surprise. Then he turns to face his companion.
Olivia, don't shout. Make a habit of putting your pills on your pillow. Anyway, this isn't about the pills.
Olivia falters and points her finger at you.
And what is this? Or who is this? Mind telling me, without the never-ending riddles, Johan? Just tell me.
Johan gives you an appraising look.
Is it Maelstrom? Hobbit's trying out a new device? I don't know, darling. Now, be so kind to take these goddamn pills since you remembered. And if you must yell, do it quietly. I have a migraine.
Okay, I like this guy.
The woman flings her arms up fiercely and walks away into the mist. Johan lets her go ahead, then follows. An unfamiliar woman steps out of the mist and looks at you with the wandering eyes of a mad person. She's wearing a tall, crudely made tin crown painted with gold powder enamel. She smiles, although on her, this expression is more like an evil grin. She begins to prowl around you in a circle, wary eyes locked on your face. While circling around you, she steps into the mist and stops in place, a vague, distant silhouette.
Okay, that's weird.
The mist fades away. You see a short, dark-skinned man with a grim face. He's wearing a brightly colored turban. You take a step towards him, and he strides forward as if to block your way.
The ends justify the means, don't they? Have you scientists nothing better to do, Kimiko?
He asks, looking upward. The stranger raises his hand, forcing you to stop. He looks up again.
We have to be like the Soviet Union and Germany in the late 1930s. Mutual favors, mutual limits, parity. We've always worked on such terms.
That does not sound like a wise idea.
As he finishes speaking, his lips stop. The man in the turban keeps standing there, a lean figure looking angrily upward.
Okay, and we're done again, and now we go back over here. And we're actually done, are we, by the looks of it? Okay. And we're back here. And the artifact's gone, and everything has exploded. Interesting. However, that is where we're going to leave this episode. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, even though that was a lot of talky talk and exposition and all sorts of weird shit. Please do the usual. Like, subscribe, comment, bell, and hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.